Marko Sambolec.
The men's pommel horse competition, and what an opportunity to see a great veteran from Croatia, Filip Ude, who will go sixth in the order, the Olympic silver medalist from 2008. He will be joined by his teammate Marko Sambolec, who will be the last to go and was the third best in qualification, but the top qualifier, Ilyas Azizov.
The first finalist representing Great Britain, Adam Tobin.
From the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Adam Tobin, the 23-year-old youth Olympian from Buenos Aires. And the British all-around champion from 2023. He was the second best in qualification. Welcome to World Challenge Cup competition, Unai Baigorri of Spain, the 19-year-old from the beautiful Basque country. He's done so well to get into this final, following in the footsteps of his contemporary and hero Joel Plata. A gentleman who's having a very fine day, Ilyas Azizov, the runner-up on floor and the top performer in qualification when it comes to this event, the pommel horse final.
The fourth finalist representing Slovenia, Kevin George Buckley.
19 and from Ljubljana in Slovenia, Kevin Buckley. Seventh best in qualification, his first ever World Cup final. Congratulations to the young man.
Third finalist representing Ireland, Adam Steele.
A very experienced gymnast, the first Irish man to qualify for a European Championship all-around final. Adam Steele, the fourth best performer in qualification, looking for his second career World Cup medal.
The sixth finalist representing Croatia.
There'll be a bit of noise now. Filip Ude, silver medalist at the Olympiad in Beijing in 2008, the first Croatian to win an artistic gymnastics Olympic medal. The eighth best in qualification. Great to see him back in the Osijek final. He was 10th last year.
Representing Turkey, Ahmet Burak Ekici.
The national champion on pommel horse, Turkey's Ahmet Burak Ekici. He was the sixth best performer in qualification. Really good young gymnast.
The osmi finalist, predstavnik Hrvatske, the eighth finalist representing Croatia, Marko Sambolec.
Now, if you manage to be the Croatian champion on pommel horse, you're doing something right. You're doing a lot right. Here he is, Marko Sambolec, the third best performer in qualification. A young man born in Germany, but Croatian through and through, and honoured, absolutely honoured to be in this final with his clubmate Filip Ude. Very seldom in life does one get to inhabit the same stage as one's idols. And that is what Marko Sambolec is experiencing now as he glances out of the corner of his eye to the right and sees Mr. Pommel Horse himself, Filip Ude there.
A među iduća četiri finalista su i naši reprezentativci. Još jedan veliki pljesak za njih, Filip Ude i Marko Sambolec.
The first four, Tobin, Baigorri, Azizov and Buckley. That features the top qualifier, that's Azizov, but we start with the second best qualifier, that's Tobin. Baigorri was the fifth best and Buckley was the seventh best. So we've got 1 and 2 in the first half of the final, and we've got 3 and 4 in the second half of the final, and we'll finish with the third best qualifier, that's Sambolec.
Svaki detalj vidljiv jer gimnastičari su cijelo vrijeme u kretnji, na rukama rade takozvana kola i važno je da imaju amplitudu, odnosno da je tijelo što pruženije i na taj način zapravo imaju što manje odbitaka kod sudaca i važno je u njihovoj vježbi da iskoriste cijelog konja, dakle da koriste i hvadaljke i prostor između hvadaljki i s jedne i s druge strane i naravno da je tijelo ravno, dakle u kupovima i u koljenima i na kraju saskok je na konju je zapravo jedan manji problem u odnosu na ostale strane.
Još 30 sekundi za zagrijavanje. 30 seconds left for warm-up.
One wonders what the young man Unai Baigori is feeling at the moment as he gets ready to embark upon his first ever World Cup final. Very special moment for any new senior gymnast when they get to the televised final stage of a competition. But this is the favourite based on what we saw in qualification.
Warm-up is over. Please start the competition.
The last gymnast to go through the warm-up paces will be Kevin George Buckley, young Slovenian whose father is from Ireland. His parents met in Slovenia, he was born and raised there, but every Christmas pops back to Ireland for the holidays. He does feel a very strong connection to both nations. Strong crowd gathered to enjoy this men's pommel horse final in Osijek, Croatia. Croatia is a nation that loves gymnastics and especially loves the pommel horse. We begin with the second best qualifier, Great Britain's Adam Tobin. Quite secure to begin. Only a small amount of bend at the hips, a little loss of leg form there, but he's back quite rapidly. Nice travelling Wenderschwings, cutting out the middle of the apparatus to bolster difficulty. Now uses all parts equally, loses the legs a little, but he's getting through it very strongly. Just about pirouettes round with a slight break in form. Lots of nice work there from North Devon's Adam Tobin. He's from the southwest of England. A very pleasant medieval town called Barnstaple, which is the home to Falcons Gymnastics Academy, a very big club. His qualification difficulty was 5.8, one of the higher degrees of difficulty. Only Osijek Uday on 5.9 was stronger.
Ima je malo sklonuće u kupovima tokom cijele vježbe, a vidjet ćemo posebno kod naših gimnastičara kako to stvarno treba izgledati lijepo.
Zadao jedan fini ritam na neki način svim ostalim finalistima koji se sada polako pripremaju i dolaze i prilaze prema spravi. Vidjeli smo i ova neka namještanja trenera uoči same vježbe, što oni to rade?
Tako je, tu gimnastičari i trener podešavaju širinu.
Hard-working young man Adam Tobin, yet to win World Cup honours. This is the third time he's competed in this particular tournament in Osijek.
To je nešto što svaki gimnastičar sebi prilagođava prije svake vježbe.
14.1 in the preliminary round, the second best.
Podjednako je važno da je usklađeno cijelo tijelo, dakle cijelo tijelo mora biti u koordinaciji i rad cijelog tijela je jako važan.
13.6 in the final itself, the execution down by half a mark, all else remains the same. Those little breaks in form here and there just adding up.
Drugi finalist
Unai Baigorri of Spain.
The second finalist representing Spain, Unai Baigorri.
He is from Vitoria-Gasteiz in the Basque country. It is a beautiful part of Spain. 13.7 was his preliminary round score. He has spoken with great humility of this opportunity. He said he feels so fortunate to be chosen for this competition, and he's justified the faith shown in him by making a couple of finals over the weekend. Some nice flares there, good hip height, good hand placement. That's very nice gymnastics. Does well to keep his kineticism going as he goes into the dismount. Well done, that young man, Unai Baigorri of Spain. He's been a finalist at Junior European Championship level. Now spends most of his time in Madrid at the High Performance Centre. And he said that the results have been enormous since he moved to Madrid. He's training so much more. There's no disrespect to his fine coaches at Club Arabazzo Gimnasia, the local club that he trained at, but he's just getting more time to train now that he's at the High Performance Centre, and as a result he really has sharpened up on his form.
Svaki gimnastičar mora na svojim rukama nositi svoju težinu i
Promising, isn't he?
gimnastičare koji vježbaju konjom s vataljkama je da su mršavi i višlji, odnosno imaju duže noge i zapravo kao takvima je lakše im je raditi ova kola.
13.7 in qualification, difficulty 5.1, the second or the joint lowest of all of the qualifiers. 13.65 in the final, execution 8.55. If he starts to incrementally increase his difficulty, he's going to cause a lot of problems for people. He's got enjoyable technique. He's the leader after two. Now to the top performer in the preliminary stage, Kazakhstan's Ilyas Azizov. Only two gymnasts posted a 5.9 difficulty score of all of the qualifiers, him and Philip Uday. Uday exited the apparatus when he was not intending to. Azizov stayed on. Good straight body position to start. Heels well pressed together. Magyar-Shivado combination keeps its energy as to the travelling Wendeschwings. There's a little reset momentarily going into his dismount, but that was nicely performed, wasn't it, by Ilyas Azizov of Kazakhstan. A silver medalist at the Koper World Challenge Cup in Slovenia on pommel horse back in 2019. Already a medalist today. The runner-up on floor.
I bez većih grešaka dogodila se jedna situacija kada je zakačio tijelom, odnosno nogama za hvataljku. To će suci naravno adekvatno penalizirati.
This had a degree of sharpness that should result in a strong evaluation from the judges.
Tako je, to je dojam koji ostavljaju ta Thomas kola, jer stvarno upadaju u oči i vrlo su atraktivna, ali ako gimnastičar odradi određene druge elemente, odnosno sve elemente kad se zbroje, ako je početna ocjena veća, onaj gimnastičar koji ima tu ocjenu veću zapravo će dobiti bolju ocjenu.
Nismo to još stigli prokomentirati, ali za sada razlika između vodećeg i drugog plasiranog je jako, jako mala. Čili mi se
the score in qualification for Ilyas Azizov, 14.65. The gymnast who has competed 5 times at World Championship level. The sort of gentleman who will love being in Osijek. He's very outdoorsy, loves to walk, loves to hike, loves to go and sightsee when he travels. He'll enjoy the atmosphere of the city, and he'll enjoy that number, 14.6. We might have seen the gold medal winning display there. It'll be over now to the likes of Filip Ude. Kevin Buckley from Slovenia, just 19 and born in the capital city of Ljubljana to a Slovenian mother and an Irish father. For the first time we see this gentleman in a World Cup final. Congratulations to him. He was 10th on pommel horse at the European Youth Olympic Festival in Slovakia in 2022. It's a milestone moment in his young career. It's a nice looking beginning. If he can just, I was about to say, if he can keep his clearance, and he clipped the apparatus. He's having to pike the body a little, but he's recovered from that. Good effort this, really good effort. And he showed great core strength to reset that dismount. Very difficult. Look of slight frustration on the face of Kevin George Buckley of Slovenia. Yes, it didn't go according to plan in every place, but he showed a tremendous determination to not unintentionally dismount the apparatus.
Have 2 minutes, 1 touch warm-up time now. So you may start warming up.
It's so difficult when the kinetic energy goes or is interrupted on pommel horse. When you lose that sense of momentum, it can just be a small clip of the pommels that does it. There he had to quickly get the legs back into position. And that, yes, it's very costly from an execution standpoint, but it's a fine save to be able to get through that dismount with the second attempt, not leaving the apparatus. Huge fan of Sašo Bertonče, European Championship medalist. It's 11.85 for Kevin Buckley. He loses a full mark of difficulty, unfortunately. So Azizov leads at the halfway stage of the competition. The promising young Spaniard Baigori is in second place. Tobin occupies bronze. Adam Steele was the 4th best performer in qualification. Filip Ude was the 8th best, but with the same difficulty score as Ilyas Azizov. If Ude can stay on the apparatus, he is a contender. Easier said than done, obviously. But he's demonstrated the ability to turn up in big finals a lot in his career. This is Marko Sambolec, who'll be the last to go. Ahmet Ikicu of Turkey will be the penultimate gymnast, and he's the Turkish champion.
Zagrijavanje je prošlo, ali bit će Marko puno bolji u samom finalu, a mi upravo krećemo sa tim finalom, dakle sprava konj s hvataljkama. Mi imamo 2 finalista u ovoj spravi, čije ćemo nastupe vrlo brzo vidjeti. Velikim pljeskom pozdravite ih sve!
A sada nastavljamo dalje s petim finalistom koji
Adam Steele
predstavnik
next to
Irske.
go.
The fifth finalist representing Ireland, Adam Steele.
"26-year-old Adam Steele made a move from England to Dublin last year for training purposes. Unfortunately, he can't get things started. And whereas Kevin Buckley's dismount earlier may well have been considered a full mark deduction for a fall, that certainly will be one. And the problem with the pommel horse is if you just can't quite get off to the start that you intend, it can be very difficult to do anything at all. Now we are able to see the routine that, well, I was about to say the routine that Steele intended. It's just one of those days today. And you know what? Let's forget about this. Let's forget about what's going on now. We're looking at the first Irishman who ever made a European Championship all-around final here. He was in that competition in Switzerland, an absolute trailblazer for his country. He had to have right shoulder surgery after that final, meaning that he didn't do the all-around competition again until Turkey in 2023 in Antalya. Last year for Steele was very much about the regaining of strength and the maintenance of fitness. Naturally, that means that some of his routines will not be as they are supposed to be. But my word, he is just carrying on here, as we would expect from a young man of his tenacity. Lovely support from the Osijek crowd as well, as he works his way through some very fine Magyar Shivado gymnastics, and he does manage to dismount. And I tell you what, that's as philosophical a reaction as you'll get from an elite athlete. And the man following him, Filip Ude, knows that that can happen. I witnessed virtually the same thing happen to Filip Ude a few years ago in a World Cup. Even the finest find that the pommel horse just some days does not wish to cooperate. There are days when it's a pommel horse and there are days when it's a bucking bronco. And today was one of those days for Adam Steele.
Fićo broj 2, pustit ćemo Fiću broj 1 da se pripremi kratko o Adamovom nastupu, malo nam pojasni samo što se dogodilo čisto ocjenjivački.
Da, kod Adama su se dogodile dogodilo se više greški, ali ono što se dogodilo na početku je pad sa sprave, odnosno kada gimnastičar stane, siđe sa sprave, gubi jedan bod, što je u gimnastici jako velika brojka, odnosno kad smo vidjeli na početku da su razlike jako male, to znači jako puno. Nažalost, izgleda da danas nije bio Adamov dan, ali to je gimnastika, to je sport.
It is lovely to see Adam Steele back in international finals.
Uživajmo u ovom nastupu.
Da, stiže nam on, Adam je dobio svoju
He did actually
a sada se
practice
spravi
kickboxing when he was a child. He probably wanted to resume that, using the pommel horse as a target during that routine. Poor chap, he gets 8.4, just wasn't his day.
I možemo krenuti šesti finalist predstavnik
Filip Ude
Hrvatske,
of Croatia.
representing Croatia, Filip Ude.
The Olympic silver medalist in 2008, a World Championship silver medalist in 2014, and twice a European Championship silver medalist, 12 years apart. The 37-year-old from Tsakovec in the far north of the country, trying to get onto the podium. It's a nice clean beginning. Good vendor swings in the centre of the apparatus particularly. The body is straight. And the Busnari. Does well. They're roaring him on now. Style to his hand placements. Oh my goodness me. Come on, Philippe Houdet. Keep it going. Oh, he's there, Philippe Houdet. 13.55 in qualification, with the lowest execution score of any of the qualifiers. But that was exciting to watch from the oldest man in the final, and the oldest by over a decade. From the moment this began, it felt like a strong performance impending. Really did have the crowd on tenterhooks going into the Buznari. Just to remind you, he didn't make the final in Osijek last year.
A ovdje u Osijeku je na konju s patenkama osvojio broncu 2010. i 2013. te zlato 2014. godine. Philip was the 2008 Olympic silver medalist, 2014
Incredible,
World
isn't
Silver
it,
medalist,
to see him still going all those years after Beijing. What's the score going to be? 13.55
on the World Cup circuit, and here in Osijek,
in the preliminary round.
2010, 2013 bronze medalist and 2014 gold medalist on pommel
They're
horse.
running through all of his accomplishments in the arena at the moment. It's taking a long time. He's won a lot. 14.3. Philippe Houdet has gone into the silver medal position. He's up by 3/4 of a mark from qualification in his home country, the pommel horse specialist. To a young national champion from Turkey, Ahmet Burak Ekici. And I kid you not, he is a very promising prospect. They are excited about this young man from Antalya, with just cause. Nice sense of fluidity to begin. He doesn't look at all rushed. Good recovery of the leg form. Several tenths to go for it, but he holds on and gets his fluidity back. He's an interesting young gymnast, Ahmet Burak Ekici, part of the next generation coming through in Turkey. A national team that has just qualified a full complement to the men's competition in Paris for the first time ever at an Olympiad.
Koji je trebao napraviti, odnosno saskočio je bočno, a zapravo treba napraviti cijeli okret kako bi se taj saskok priznao kao onaj težine koje je htio. I dogodila se jedna mala greška.
That's where he lost the leg form, but sharply snapped the heels together to rescue it as best as possible.
Odnosno 3 desetinke, ali sve u svemu jedna vrlo solidna vježba.
A on kao da mu šapće neke svoje tajne, stiže i on približava se konju s hvataljkama. Pozdravite ga velikim pljeskom, Marko Sambolet! O Filipu smo puno rekli, kratko što reći o Marku, velika nada.
Stvarno velika nada, gimnastičar koji tek dolazi, koji čije vrijeme tek dolazi, a vjerujem da je početak tog vremena upravo sada.
One performance to come.
Taj trenutak samo što nije došao, dok mi čekamo.
Still Azizov leads,
vi pozdravite Marka.
then Houdet, then Baiguri. But what of Ahmet Burak Ekici? Earlier, the arena presenters were listing Philippe Oudet's accomplishments. He does have an international medal that was not won on the pommel horse. I'll throw it out there to see if you can shout it at your television screen now. What was Philippe Oudet's big international accomplishment not won on the pommel horse? If you can get the year, even better. 12.5 for Ekidje. Difficulty 4.6, quite a bit down from qualification, but he's got a lot of promise. The answer to the question, by the way, the Mediterranean Games silver medal on floor in 2009. This is Marko Sambolec of Croatia. 13.85. His qualification score. He's the national champion, an absolute specialist on the pommel horse. He said it's an honour for him to be in this final with Philippe Oudet. Now he's going to try to join him on the podium. Scissor work to begin. Good straight body position, but the legs lost for a moment. And he wins it back. Just got to keep up the pace of this routine. And he's doing well now. Lovely upper body strength being shown. Chivado well performed. Oh no, not quite. Oh, that is an unbelievable display of strength to recover that at the end. Oh, no wonder he gasped for breath. Marko Sambolec. That looked like an unsalvageable dismount position. He's been a national medalist going back the best part of a decade. This is only his second World Cup final. He's yet to win a medal.
Kao da se ulaskom u vježbu s vremenom sve više oslobađao i bio nekako sigurniji u samom nastupu.
When it comes to pommel horse dismounts, the gymnast has to show a continuous rise of the hips. And if they don't, then it is a de jour fall.
Upravo to, kao da je opuštao zapravo svoje mišiće, svoje tijelo i nekako pokazivao stvarno sve bolje i bolje elemente i naravno on zapravo pokazuje da je stvarno jako kvalitetno.
Nice moment there as Philippe Oudet comes over to congratulate him. 14! He's done it. He has managed to get onto the podium. That save made by Marko Sambolec at the end of the routine, carrying him to his first ever international podium finish. Well done to the national champion. What an honour it has been for him to get to compete alongside his hero Philippe Oudet. Now he will stand with him on the podium.
Sada čekamo. Napeto se može rezati nožem. Da vidimo što kaže službeni
The classified results in the pommel horse competition. Ilyas Azizov of Kazakhstan winning the title, but joy for the host nation as veteran Philippe Oudet is joined by the national champion Marko Sambolec. Just to point out there, Sambolec had the highest difficulty of anyone in the final. His execution was the lowest of the top four, but he had a 6.0 difficulty.
Svečanost proglašenja
the
pobjednika
victory
u
ceremony in the
disciplini
men's pommel horse
konjskih
competition.
vaterkama. Award ceremony for pommel horse. Medalje će uručiti gospodin Mato Lukić, obnašatelj dužnosti župana Osječko-baranjske županije. The medals will be presented by Mr. Mato Lukić, acting prefect of Osijek-Baranja County. Treće mjesto i brončana medalja, predstavnik Hrvatske. In the third place, winning the bronze medal, representing Croatia, Marko Sambolec.
The winner of the bronze medal in his home competition is Marko Sambolec, the Croatian champion, now an international medalist for the first time. Huge congratulations to the 22-year-old. And he gets this experience alongside his inspiration, his hero.
Winning the silver medal, representing Croatia, Filip Ude.
Filip Ude continues to prove that he can get the job done. He's 37 now. He was the 8th best performer in qualification, and he walloped that score out of the park to produce a 14.3 in the final. Back on the podium in his home competition.
In the first place, winning the gold medal, representing Kazakhstan, Ilyas Azizov.
It's an excellent day for this young man, Ilyas Azizov of Kazakhstan. The 24-year-old was second on floor, and he now wins the pommel horse title. He's demonstrated some very secure looking gymnastics today, tidy and now rewarded. Ilyas Azizov.
Dame I gospodo, slijedi himna Kazahstana. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to, please stand for the national anthem of Kazakhstan.
Menin Kazakhstanim, the national anthem of Kazakhstan, written by Shamshi Kaldayakov in 1956. Played in honour of Ilyas Azizov, joined by a couple of home prospects in Osijek, Filip Ude and Marko Sambolec.
Pokušat ćemo ih samo kratko uhvatiti. Filip, Marko, tu sam.